G'day, hi and welcome. Do not touch or you turn into the Silver Surfer or the anti-seize silver guy. Anyway, okay, so I got one tire on. Look at all the water. It rained a lot last night. Look at all the water dripping out of the box. So that's, I've had a few people want. This is the rims I got with the truck for the summer tires. Now, what I've done is I'm rotating them. So this is kind of like the half bald tire. Still get a season that, so I got one good tire on the back, one semi-bald tire on the front, and the other side I do it reverse. That way, you know, I got traction on both sides. So this is what it looks like. So guys, there's the anti-seize on there, and look at that. Look at that. That held up nice. So I'm going to clean that off a bit, put new stuff on there. I'm going to give these guys a bit of a cleaning. I still got about... this side actually has less brake pad on it. How did it? Ooh, not quite a quarter. I'll be changing these pretty soon. But I'm gonna clean up these calipers a bit and whatever. Now, check out my Flowmaster. Yeah. Okay, so I gotta deal with that. That's the next project. The ground's almost dry enough for me to do that and get the oil change if I can get that drain plug on. So if you're wondering about the strength of this truck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 springs in there. This is a 1500, but these springs were added, hence why my truck is like so tall. And then you can see for these big ass wheels that I got, they added spacers. So this is a normal hub or normal rotor hub assembly to get those big wide tires I got on there. This is what they got. So it's just like studs on top of studs. So those are the original studs, which I will put anti-seize in there. I put anti-seize on everything, but I'm gonna give this a quick cleanup. I've seen worse rotors, but yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get that done. There's the wheel there. It's a good idea to give these a clean out on the inside here, just even if you just wipe them down. Check out your hubcap caps. Yeah, give them a quick cleanup, and that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Anyway, okay, so yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain. Did you fix it? Yeah. Yeah? You fixed it all yourself? Huh? Did you fix it all yourself? Pretty much? Pretty much. Yeah, you're practically a mechanic now, right? So yeah, so get all these. It's not warmed up yet. There we go. Didn't have to choke him. Bye. Oh, he's a big boy now. He's a big boy now. Yeah. Yeah. Country living. There you go. Yeah, so I gotta clean up in there a bit. Like, that would actually probably be a good time to work on that exhaust when it's easy with this big tire out of the way, right? But I don't do things easily. Never. Look at the water dripping on the other side. That's all the water out of the box. But this is the box on it. Look, still paint. A lot of dust in there. I'm gonna have. What I'm going to do. Look, even my struts are still painted. Okay. The areas of concern on a box is actually way the hell up there. That's right around the wheel well right here is usually right where you get all your rust and your corrosion. So you can see it's chewed through a bit there, but you know, is what it is. Yeah, so, but otherwise not too bad. Like the seam here looks good. Look at those box crossers. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to basically, like, I mean, look, that's blue paint. So time is of the essence, but you can see the rust is already starting on the frame pretty good, but I can get most of that. You know, if I make enough money, maybe I'll even just pay a guy to bead blast the entire bottom, just like, say, preserve this thing for 1,000 years, 1,000 years. That way, whenever it breaks and finally rots and falls apart, I don't have to deal with it. I'll be dead and gone, so I'll be happy about that. But look at these crossers. I've never had a truck with such, like, this is the main reason why I bought the truck, is, you know, the shape of it. So I know for my Southern Americans, that would be a nightmare for them, but trust me, that's like, from Canadian standards, that's considered mint. Like that little rust. You could see where this, the old gravel guard, or maybe that's actually just a powder coat on there. It looks like old gravel guard. You know, you can see, so it hasn't been done in a while, so I'll definitely have the, I'm still deciding which way to go. Because if I oil spray it, then gravel guard's not going to stick to it, right? So if I do both, you know, like gravel guard it and then spray it. But the problem is if you gravel guard over top of the rust, even though it won't oxidize as fast, it's just you don't see the rust, but it's still there, right? So what to do? Yeah. But anyway, one thing I have to do, keep working. So clean that up a bit, just with the steel brush. I'll show you what I'm going to put on there. Make stuff last, guys. This, just a little bit of rust check on the outside. Make sure you don't get any on the roller itself. I'll do that. And obviously the anti-seize on the bolts. Clean off my rim. Then do the front. Yeah. Slow but sure. And then once the tires are all done, I can work on the exhaust and getting the oil change. At least if I can fix those two things. The exhaust, I have to deal with it because, like I say, that's a cop magnet and a half there. It sounds cool. It's very Flowmaster-ish. The only thing that would be louder is like headers coming like straight through the hood, which I might do to Brutus as if I make him a fun, like, kind of bush buggy kind of truck. That would be really funny to see, like, two big freaking stacks coming through the hood. Loud. My relatives would hate me. It's like, oh, every time he starts that truck, it sounds like an earthquake. Yeah, right now this one is just when you start it up there, it's just this loud roar. Yeah, get that one out of the box. But yeah, so do everything I can to preserve it. So I'll probably get about a season out of these tires, and I got the direction the right way. So probably what it is I'm eventually going to get it. I don't know how much mileage I'm going to get on this truck this year. Depends on how much I'm down here, how much I'm up north. But yeah, well, the summer tires I don't worry about as much. I'll buy winter tires before I buy another round of summer tires. But I do like having those studded tires, especially if my 4x4s, like, it's going. So mind you, it could be just dirty hubs. You don't know. Like maintenance, it's amazing how much a maintenance will accomplish on a vehicle. Like 90% of vehicles that are sitting in the scrapyard is because of an electrical problem, not a mechanical one. The rest is just, if there's nothing wrong with the truck running or the vehicle running, it's usually the lack of maintenance meant it rusted out before, you know what I mean? Because if you have to replace exhaust, tires, brakes, rotors, calipers, you're looking at about $4,000. You know, like that's a lot, or maybe even $5,000 if you had the whole exhaust system. If you had to do that, but that's still, if the truck runs good, it is worth it. You recoup that money, but it's like, it's a lot of money, right? So for me, cab corners are beautiful, like even under the doors. I won't keep the light on too long, but look, that doesn't look, you can see a little bit of rust starting there, but you know, the doors are good. Like, this truck is actually, like I say, for Canadian standards, it's mint. I don't want to be slamming that too much. How much water's in there? Man, it must have, oh, there's like 2 inches of water in there. Holy jeez. Oh, there's some scrap metal in there too. Yeah, that's my stippy stone. So what I'm going to do with this box is I'm going to take the box liner out at one point, do a quick cleanup and inspection inside. It's probably something, it's a pain in the ass to do, but probably something I should do once a year. It's got a big ass dent over there. How in the hell did that happen? This poor truck, okay. I bought it, there was almost no scratches on it whatsoever. I can't have anything. This bumper was perfect, and then I don't know how I did that. It must have, I don't even know what would have hit it. Maybe something bounced back and hit it at the scrapyard. I don't know. Did this. Did all the scratches from the pine trees, driving beside pine trees. See all my scratches. You know, I mean, this was patched up before, but I'll stay on top of it. Yeah. Got a freaking crack in the windshield. Oh. And that, I don't know what, that was like that big at the beginning of the winter. Ugh. Vehicles, eh? But I'll tell you, this tailgate's good and preserved. Trust me, that sucker's preserved. There's a lot of oil in there. Oh yeah, that thing will never rust. Like, I mean, guys, when I say it'll never rust, trust me, it will never rust. What did I do to it? You don't need to know. You don't need to know, but it will never rust. Yeah, now if I could do the same for the box and everything else, yep. Well, anyway, better get my Urson gear. I got 3 more tires to do here. That one I just got to put on and do the 2 front. And the other reason why I have to take these winter tires off is the other one. These aren't normal winter tires that I have on there. These are studded. So I could drive all year round with winter tires on, which I'd normally do if the tires were low. It's like, okay, well, just who cares how, you know, you're going to get a season out. You got to replace them anyway. Just leave them on. Don't waste your time changing them. But it's also good to change them periodically, because you want to see how your brakes are doing and stuff like that. Like, so what this is telling me, this side the pad's not too bad. The other side, yeah, I probably got about a season left on it, maybe, give or take. I'm pretty easy on my brakes. It's amazing how long I can make brakes last. Like, most people are like my buddy Paul is like, brake job every 2 years. Me, it's like, no, I'll get 5 years out of one set of brake pads. But I eco drive. Like, I baby my vehicles, right? So you know, I just let the, you know, let off on the gas, come to, you know, coast, and then brake, you know, stuff like that. It's a better way to do it. So okay, so I'm gonna get this done before it splices the video, and I'll show you when I get to the front, I guess.